It's a real simple question. Back to earlier when you were talking about the vehicles, just to kind of take the principle a little bit more
Sure.
simplify it a little bit. When you were talking about a $400 car payment
Mhm.
and paying $100 a week,
Yes.
how much value does that add over the course of a 5-year car payment, paying the $100 a week versus paying the $400 a month?
Well, it is possible. In our case, what it helped us to do was pay the car off 2 years early.
So that's no additional funds. That's
Th-
just paying the same exact payment weekly versus monthly.
Exactly.
And what kind of term was that over?
See, here's the thing. You always want to get the longest term possible. Okay. It wasn't a new car. Normally, if it was a new car, I would want 84 months, but it was over 72 months. And then we were able to cut 24 months off because of that.
Gotcha. And I'm guessing you say you want it to be as long as possible. That way it spreads that interest out over a longer period of time. So when you paid off earlier, you're saving more money.
Well, yeah, here's the thing is that is how you're actually paying the loan off. Most people only focus on I'm paying the loan off early instead of I'm saving interest that helps me to pay the loan off early. Let me give you an exact reason why I say that is because there right now, if you have great credit, remember those days where you could get a car loan for 0% interest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for 60 or 72 months. Is there any benefit to paying that car loan off early if you're paying 0 interest?
No, it makes no sense. You better put your money somewhere else.
Exactly. So the reason why we pay off a loan early is not to pay the loan off early, is it? It's to save on the interest.
Correct.
Exactly. So everything should be focused on interest cost in managing the loans. And this is what we're not taught. So when people start to pay off these loans, they're looking at how do I pay off the loan faster? Not how do I pay off the loan cheaper? The pill method does not help you to pay the loan off fast. It helps you to pay the loan off cheap.
Makes sense. Okay. And is there any way to, on like the car side of that, just because I'm a visual person, just interested, is there a way to calculate that for somebody like me, or would I need to go through you?
Well, listen, here's what we need to do. All right. And everybody needs to hear me and hear me clearly. People have been paying off loans early since there have been loans. People have been saving money on interest since they've been charging interest. Do you need a computer to save time and to save interest? No, you don't. Do you need the pill method to save money on time or interest? The answer again is no. What we do is optimize your interest savings by letting you know the right month, the right day of the month, and the right loan to attack with a certain amount of money to the penny to optimize your interest savings. So let me give you just a quick example. If you can, let's say you have not just the mortgage, not just a car loan, but you got a mortgage, you got student loans, you got credit cards, you got all of this stuff. Some people pick the wrong loan and the interest savings that month could be $80. Why would you pick that loan when there's another loan that's costing you $800 a month that you could save probably with the same prepayment? Are you following me?
Gotcha.
Okay. So the more interest you pay, the longer you're in debt, even though you feel very good about paying this one loan off and I don't have it anymore. But what were your interest savings? Well, we're not looking at that. We're looking at just paying the loan off. I paid the loan off. I feel great. But I asked the question in my book, how much do you want to pay for your good feelings?
Nothing.
Okay. So what you want to do is, how do I use the money that I have to kill the maximum amount of interest that I can? So if there was a way for you to know that you could save for every dollar you apply to principal, if there was a way for you to know that, let's say I could save $4 for every dollar I apply if I did it exactly this way. But if I changed anything out of that whole scenario, I go to $3.50. Now, am I still saving time? Am I still saving interest? Yes, I am. But I'm accepting $3.50 when I could be saving $4 for every dollar. You see where I'm going here?
Gotcha. Yep.
And if you don't have a way to track it, if you don't have a way to measure it, there's no way on God's green earth we can figure that out, because in my book, I point out interest consumption. How much interest are we consuming each month? And nobody, it's a lot, but you need to know exactly how much so that you can come up with a plan to save the most amount of interest. You got to be able to track it. You got to be able to measure. And folks, you cannot optimize what you cannot measure. Does that make sense?
Makes 100% sense.
Listen, get with us and let us help you to measure.
Okay. I appreciate your time on Old Job. I'll let you get to the next person so I can get their question answered. But thank you for your help.
You're welcome, sir.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the pill method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.